This game is rated T for ages 13 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, Gunvolt here, but you can call me KV, and welcome back to Let's Play Luminous Avenger X2. And Okahaku looks a bit forlorn and sad right now, but I'm sure they'll be home in time for the holidays, because she's dressed up in her Christmas outfit, and it is cute. But you know who's also cute? Null. Null's very cute. Okay, I don't know what... You're fine, Null. You can just sit there. Would you like a beverage? Would you like... what do robots eat? I'll get you some of that. You deserve it. On the last episode, we finished up all of the extra missions with fighting the bosses and the boss rush and all that stuff, and that was great! So, what is there left to do? Because we've pretty much done everything at this point. We have all the bonus emblems, we've done all the DLC, etc. Well, there's a few last things that we can do in this game, and I want to show some of those off today. So first, let's go through a talk, just cuz.
Kinda crazy, but I'm really getting used to life in this world. Maybe it's because we lived in poverty for so long, but sometimes I kind of think, like, rather than living in peace while my sister protects me, living like this kind of feels right.
I don't know what, but it's... I don't even see a couch here. Maybe there's a chair back there, I can't tell.
I'm always telling Copen to take it easy, but I think I'm starting to understand how he feels.
Oh, okay.
We both have work to do if we want to get used to a peaceful life back home.
It totally feels like a luxury for us. Girl, if your sister heard you talking like that, you'd probably get your butt struck by lightning. Yeah, she is an electric type after all.
She's a Pokemon. No, her Septima is electric.
Wow, electric type? Just what kind of lady is she?
We also don't know her name, which I feel is a bit mean to her. Maybe if it's Luminous Avenger X3, we'll get to learn Blade's actual name. Anywho's, we actually have enough credits on us right now to get another upgrade. So we have increases wheel damage during overdrive. Taking damage reduce coups to 0. Probably not. You see, ooh, that would be nice. Don't have enough for that. Increases skill damage during... Okay, good. Infinite bullet dashes. Well, that's a long ways to go. Removes all checkpoints. Yeah, we don't really need that. And that would also be nice. Okay, never mind. There is nothing we can get right now. Increase the time Copen is invincible to... We'll just take that. Why the heck not? One thing I did not point out, though I did point out most likely when editing the video where we first fought Corona, the dark power ability you get from her, not only does it physically change Lola's appearance, it also changes the song that plays to Beyond Probability, which is the Darkness Mode song from Luminous Avenger X1. And because I'm feeling a little dark today, we're going to put this on. I'm not sure if we're going to actually see it. I had a little weird British accent there, I guess. I'm not sure if we're actually going to see it, mind you, based on what we're going to be doing today, but we'll put it there just because. What we're actually going to do today is we're going to go back to Hanging Gardens 2. We still actually have a few unfinished business items here, so let's get out. Or breakouts. But whatever. Both same thing. Did you know? Inti Creates random facts from KV. Breakout is the name of the song from the intro stage in Mega Man 03. Now you know. And knowing is a thing. It's not half the battle, it's just a thing. I don't like these plants. These ones... Oh, I got a level up. Nice. See, these angels I'm fine with destroying. The plants are a bit more, precarious. I'm not going to bother with that one. It's over there, I don't need it. Nope, don't blow up. So, we could go down this way. That's where the hidden door was I showed on the story finale episode. But, we're not going to go that way. We are instead going to do the full stage. Ow. Which isn't much of a stage, really. It's just this part plus the fight with Mother. And there's no pit. There's actually no pit here. I was just like, oh no, maybe there's a pit, and there wasn't. So there. Oh, why are those home? Home? One of the two. What? Where'd that come from? Okay, you know, you can just do that, I guess. That's just fine. Whatever. So we'll do the Fight of Mother. The game pretty much acts as if it's still in the end game, where you're with the sad scene of Null and everything, even though post game Kohaku and Null are back in the tower. You just don't worry about it. Gets overtaken by Mother again.
It'll take more time for my consciousness to adapt to this body. You're not Kohaku.
I mean, she is and she isn't.
What have you done to her?
I am Mother, the supervisory AI for not just this tower, but for this entire world.
And good props out there to Kohaku's VA. Playing both Kohaku and also the mother-controlled Kohaku. I love when a VA gets to basically play the same character, but from different perspectives. I think that's really cool, and it really shows their acting chops. And voice actors need more pay. I'll let them get residuals from games, please. That would be nice. That said, we have seen the majority of all of this, so... yeah, we know. Let's go. So same deal as before. Gotta break the barrier with our Gatling. One thing I either may have pointed out in the my little notes for the songs is that this song is actually a remix of Kohaku's theme. Pretty cool, that. And just, you know, thematically on brand for Inti Creates, who definitely does like their motifs, especially in the Gunvolt games. We're just gonna beat her up like we've done before. No biggie. And as I mentioned, all of these attacks... Yeah, so it's beyond probability now. And we can just keep this on, because we are technically getting healed during this. So I'll keep it on for a little bit, but I kind of like the music that plays when we're fighting the bosses as opposed to the Lola music, so I'll turn it off after that point. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think there is a way to actually turn off the music if you put on darkness mode for this game. Because it's not in the song list that you can disable. But yeah, all these attacks she's doing should be familiar. As from where, don't worry about it. They should just be familiar. The ends. Also, okay, thanks. Please leave. And we'll just do this. I like she's gonna go darkness mode even though she's already in darkness mode. You're already in darkness mode, what are you talking about? Yes, the razor wheel is useless. Unless it's like this. Whee!
Kohaku, are you okay?
No, she's not. Because she's now trapped in that crystal thing. So we gotta beat second form Mother, just same as the first. We're just gonna do something a little different at the ends. By the way, second form Mother's weakness is still the Gatling. So if you want to get through these phases quickly, you can just do that. And then we can also just do this and be a complete silly. The one thing I've counted on this fight before, and I stick to it a little bit, is that the majority of this fight, which is the fight with the hologram iteration of Mother, you don't really use the razor wheel for, which I guess makes up for it in this phase where you are fighting the pillar thing. And also, by the way, Beyond Probability always plays, so that's fun. But I do find it weird that, like, as much as the gameplay has changed to revolve around this ground-based attacking, you don't do a lot of that in this final boss. Both forms, really, because Kohaku Mother is never really on the ground that much as a flying boss. And you are not in the hitbox of Hologram Mother here to actually do the ground razor wheel. So it's just a strange thing that, like, you don't utilize this as much as you definitely could in other bosses. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know for sure. And, like, she has, like, no health left on the pillar. Everything's fine. Okay, so now what we need to do here... We gotta free Kohaku. This is how we free her. Don't dash into her. Gotta free Kohaku. She's fine. I'm sure she's fine. I'm gonna wait for the Willing Chopper to reset a little bit. Okay, at it again. There we go. Okay, I think she's freed. She's not blinking anymore. I think she's freed. Just gonna check one more time. Okay, she's free. Let's go get her. Yay!
That's right. Mother took over my body. I'm so sorry, Copen. I did terrible things to you.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's not your fault. Hang on. I'll get you out of here.
We saved Kohaku. See, there was actually 2 barriers, and we had to destroy the second barrier. Like, you might not know about that, but there was actually a second barrier. And in our main playthrough, we saved a false Kohaku because we didn't break the actual real barrier underneath the first barrier. That's exactly what happened. Also, S rank. Very nice. Got Mother's outfit for Kohaku! So, we've been getting a lot of outfits for Kohaku based on defeating all of those extra missions, and there was still one more to get. And yes, what I did is how you're supposed to get this. Fun fact. I have not seen this iteration of the game.
This must be Mother's core. Yet, it looks eerily similar to...
I could see all of her memories while she had me under her control. I think she truly believed this world was broken and that she should reset it. But deep down, she knew that something inside her was not as it should be. That's why she used you. She wanted you to stop her. It was all really faint. But the master I saw in her memories looked just like you.
That's gotta be a coincidence.
Sounds like quantum entanglement.
No. It's just a coincidence. Don't worry about it, Copen.
Whoa, a blackout? The machines are probably shutting down now that Mother's gone. Thankfully, the gardens aren't using machines to stay afloat. I think it's, fixed in space? Or something like that. So no worries for us.
Well, okay, I'm not sure that... Wait, how does that work?
Fixed in space? Wait a sec. Does that mean we're stuck in here?
Maybe!
Nope, we're fine. I learned lots of stuff when I merged with Mother. Stuff about these gardens, the tower, and even about Null, I think.
Null MVP.
Come on, there's an emergency exit over here. Huh? Kohaku, hold on a sec. It's pitch black in here too. Try looking really closely.
Just look to your right! I know on the screen it's to our left, but gotta think, they're looking to their right based on how the sprites are.
It's so pretty. I just know that our world's on the other side. Even without words, you made it crystal clear. Isn't that right? No?
What?
teleport.
Oh, right.
Is this her way of saying goodbye?
Null, MVP. I love Null. I wish she could come back in a future game.
Come on, you two. Let's go.
I see why she probably wouldn't, but it would be cool. Make Kohaku and Null playable. Make Lola playable. Make everyone playable.
Where are we now?
Open your eyes, boss. Come on, check it out. We're back. In our world.
Make Takuya Aizu playable. I don't know what that would do, but it would be silly. Shishishi.
Hey, sis. Wow, everybody's here. I'm so happy to say that we're home.
And yeah, they all made it. Yay! Good for them. Good for them. And with that, I'm gonna meet you at the end of the credits, because we've already seen them, so there's no point for me to go back to them again. That said, that ending seemed pretty similar, but I noticed there were a few differences. So, yeah, I'll see you at the end of the credits. Their Enterprise. I just like that name. I'm Enterprise. Well, they also thank like Gem Drops and the other corporations that they did crossovers with, so that's cool. Anyways, back at the end of the credits. We skipped through at least 4 minutes of credits, so that's good. What I understand is that there's something at the end of the credits because we freed Kohaku. Like, we fully freed Kohaku. So we get a thank you for playing. Yay! I like those.
Hey, Copen. I got the lab all cleaned up. Is there anything else you need me to do? Whatever you need, I got you covered.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Kohaku. Yeah, I haven't seen this ending before.
What's gotten into you lately? You've been oddly diligent.
She's growing as a person.
Yep. I recently had the slightest change of heart.
Okay, I'm not sure that's what you should call it.
What's up?
You really are Kohaku, right?
Aw, come on. What are you talking about? I'm totally Kohaku. I'll be here with you forever.
Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy.
Right, Copen?
That's creepy. So, yeah, this is actually the bad ending, where you hurt Kohaku so much that she literally can't live, so Mother's consciousness actually gets fully downloaded into her human body. So, yeah, now Mother is by Copen's side. As for why she's so happy about this, we still gotta explain that, don't we? But that's why you get Mother's outfit for beating it that way. Because now, if we go back to our file selects, we go with this one right here. Not this one, but this one.
We'll be together forever, Copen.
You got Mother's outfit for Kohaku! Yay! Not creepy at all! Yay! So the whole thing about the inner barrier one, I was lying. This is considered the bad ending, but to me it's super weird that how to get it, like, Lola literally says, Copen, go up and grab her. So your first instinct is just to dash up there and grab her. Your instinct would not be, hey, what if I keep hurting her? Like, I could see that if it's on another playthrough, and it's like, oh, that's cool that, like, they thought of that. Like, but to be a bad ending in my book, it has to be kind of more like, oh, I accidentally did something wrong, as to, oh, I purposely wanted this to happen.
I may be new to this, but we'll be together forever. We'll be together.
And she says the same lie, which is great. But the cool thing is if you don't want that thing to be part of anything, we just ignore that file. That file's been cursed. Let's go back to this file where we didn't do that.
today.
See, everything's better.
World here, so
Everything's better, and except for the part where I didn't do the thing. So we're gonna do that again. One thing I do want to do before we end off is I want to show the other thing to do in Hanging Gardens 2. So we're gonna get to that right now, since I know we're getting short on time. And actually, I lied. I can't show it from there. I have to back out completely. I need to go back into Luminous Avenger X2 with a different profile, and you'll see why very soon. Yeah, I'll just load this file. That's how it works, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, pretty sure it's this one. I don't know what this one is, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. So, this is still the bad part. This is just episode bad. Episode everything is terrible and everything is awful. Is there anything cool I can get right now? No. No. We'll put on Dark Power. Everything's bad. Everything is bad and we should feel bad. Let's get that then. Not that it matters. We're gonna go to Hanging Gardens 2. And rinse and repeat, like we've done here before. Come on. Wake up, please. Go away. Thank you. Just gonna dash over. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to even activate Darkness Mode or anything, so it's not like a big deal that I put it on. This is the bad episode where we do the bad things. Well, except this. This is actually a good thing we're about to do. So let's go back here again to that door I mentioned. Again, this door only shows up if you have gotten all the bonus emblems in the stages they appear in. With them, you can open up this door. And a new part of the tower is found.
A secret room? Wait, is that a teleporter?
So there's another teleporter in the tower the entire time in the Hanging Gardens.
You must save her.
Okay, mysterious voice, who is she?
What?
You zap to... Hard mode has been unlocked. You go back to the title screen, and there's hard mode. This is why it had to be a fresh profile, because you probably saw that I had hard mode already unlocked on my other one. So we'll go back to that now, just with that context now in mind. And discuss hard mode. The thing I've been dreading this entire time. So, hard mode. What is it exactly? Well, it's the game, but hard. However,
Something about the tower feels different. It's almost like it's beckoning us.
Looks like my systems are messed up too. There could be some interference jamming things up. The teleporter may have caused some damage. Either way, I have to make our way up again. Bring you back, Kohaku. No matter what.
this is a continuation of the story.
Mission start.
So let me go over hard mode briefly here, because oof. Hard mode is required to get the true ending of Luminous Avenger X2. Now that doesn't seem bad per se, and honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world compared to what some other games have. However, as Coben mentioned, everything of his systems are busted. All the X weapons you've collected, literally every ability that you pay credits for, and you're back to level 1, and you can no longer level up. That said, let me try to go through some of the pros here before we continue. hard mode, you're locked to this specific set. You can't get any better equipment and minus EX weapons from defeating bosses again. You can't use any of the cool abilities you get from the DLC or whatnot. You're stuck with this. So if you wanted to go for a mode that's a bit more challenging, this is right up your alley. It's really cool that it's included, and honestly, it's cool that they made what would, to most people, be an optional mode they probably wouldn't play, be required to get the true ending, in order to see the actual finale of the game. I like that a lot, I think that's pretty cool. And I think it does really force you to learn how the game plays a lot better. I do like that aspect of it. As you could see, I had actually played through hard mode quite a bit on my own. And it is, well, hard. Because you need to really be able to pay attention to your health and everything else. There's no cheesing things like there was in the normal mode. But this leads to the cons. As I said, there's no cheesing, which means there is no healing. Period. You do not get healed from Lola, and the checkpoints have been diminished significantly, so that you are no longer able to get those healing buffs off. Not to mention, you can't level up anymore, so you can't heal from leveling up. Also, you will always lose kudos if you take a hit now. Back to the old school ways of the Gunvolt games. Enemies also do a heck more ton damage, which, you know, that makes sense. It is hard mode. That all said, we now need to get to the biggest elephant in the room as to why I think this was a terrible idea. Direct your attention to the upper left-hand corner. You'll see the time, and below it are these X's. What are those? Those are your lives. That's right. Remember how I kept quote-unquote alluding to, or straight up kind of making a joke of, oh yeah, it's so nice the Gunvolt games don't have lives. Just kidding, they do now. And you get 2. 2, meaning you have 2 lives and the one that's at 0. So we technically have 3 lives, but you know how different games handle that. Should you perish and lose all of them, you start the stage all over again. And that becomes the problem, because the stages are mostly the same. They're fine. Nothing's wrong with them that much. Enemies are a bit more aggressive, mind you. They do more damage, but that's easy to manage. The bosses are the problem. The bosses are a heck of a lot stronger now. They have different weaknesses, and they have new attack patterns that are very different compared to their first iteration. That's all good and dandy if those were a side thing that you could tackle on your own for a challenge, not a requirement to get the true ending. Because you will probably get to one of those bosses with 1 or 2 lives and immediately die over and over again and then have to replay the stage. Granted, there are ways to get extra lives in stages. In fact, if you kept doing go to a stage, get lives, escape, you can get a bunch of lives, which is a bunch of grinding. Which, I don't know about you, but that's not super fun for an action platformer game to grind lives because you don't have enough to figure out new boss patterns because they can kill you in 3 hits. This is the biggest problem with hard mode. This life count should never have been a thing. I understand taking healing mode away. I understand taking your abilities away. I'm not so much sure about the levels. Honestly, it should have been one or other. This game was heavily advertised with the healing mode aspect in, so taking that away kind of is a bit of a false advertising to me. I know Inti Creates has understood, like, people were definitely upset about this. And I know there's people who have been like, well, just get good. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. About get good. Oh, I can't even, well, I'll just die. It's fine. But I wanted to basically get all the negative stuff done in one episode, which is why I'm going to take this tangent out for a bit. So I apologize if you didn't want to hear this, but yeah, hard mode is a good idea in concept, bad in execution. Inti Creates did rectify this, however, so hard mode is more accessible now, and I'll show you what that is, because that's what we're going to be using. What I just want to do is I want to fall into a pit. Where is the pit? I guess I'll just take damage, it's fine. Or I'll just do this is funny. Okay, I'll take damage. Actually, you don't do enough damage. Gonna find me a pit. I know there's one right about... Almost. That's spikes. Yeah, take that one. And there's the pit. So future me, just a quick sec.
Mission start.
So actually, no, I didn't need to die. I needed to just reset the game. So all those people saying, oh, just get good, here is my file of when I did hard mode the way the game was initially intended. I have not beaten it yet. It took me 8 hours. Half of that time is learning the bosses, half of that time is grinding lives, so I have enough to actually learn the boss and not have to worry about having to do the whole freaking stage again. Because I don't know about you, but if you need to learn something, you don't want extra fluff in the middle of it ruining your progression of learning it. So, no. This is not a get good situation. This is either have hard mode bosses or have hard mode that's not stupid. And the way they went about this, especially because this is the Gunvolt series, a series that has never had lives in it before. I think that is the biggest problem with this mode. Why they decided to include lives is such a dumb idea. I get it, they're trying to harken back to their roots with like the Mega Man stuff and Mega Man ZX and all that stuff, and that's fine, but that series at least had an established rule of there were lives. This series has been going on for 8 years. There have never been limited continues in a Gunvolt game. Heck, Mighty Gunvolt Burst, a game we haven't played in the channel, has a different method of that, and it's called counting how many deaths you had and subtracting it from your score at the end. They've done it in a way that makes sense before that they could have done here, but they didn't choose that route, and it really annoys me. After a lot of fan outrage because of this, about a month after Luminous Avenger X2's release, and all releases going forward, they now have what is called Assist Mode. Assist Mode gives you 200 lives to start, and it gives you back healing. I don't really think this is the best compromise, because I can understand, like, getting rid of healing, but it's what we got, and that's what we're going to use, because screw this. I'm sorry. And to those who have done it and have said it was a fun challenge, more power to you. But for someone like me, who really just wants to learn and play games at their own pace, especially when a game, the franchise, hasn't done this kind of thing before, this was a bad move. 200 lives, I feel, is generous enough, because how the heck are you going to waste 200 lives? And giving you healing allows you to cheese bosses, so you can at very least see the end. There's no penalty for playing in assist mode, so that's what we're going to be doing next time. So, with that all said, this is going to be the end of the episode. I'm sorry I got really negative there, but this is kind of like the big warning. To get the true ending, you gotta play hard mode. Hard mode, when the game was initially released, was bad. They have rectified this, and it's much more approachable now for everyone, and that's how you should be doing it. I think if they were to revisit doing this kind of thing again, I would wholly recommend they just do what they did in Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Subtract from your score. Because at the end of the day, that's what the whole point of trying to play these games flawlessly is about the score. So if you're losing score for how many times you die, that's an incentive to the player to get better at the stage, as opposed to punishing them for not doing it in the amount they give. I think that's a fair compromise, really. And most games in this day and age don't have lives. Kirby Star Allies literally made a joke of giving you a special icon for getting max lives because they knew it was so silly. You don't need to put lives into your video games anymore, guys. I'm sorry. But I do enjoy what is in hard mode because there is some more story stuff. And we're going to see that all next time. So I hope you look forward to that despite my gripes with what this mode initially brings. Okay, this episode's been going on for way too long at this point, so I do apologize for that, but I want to get all of the bad stuff out of the way. The bad ending, my bad feelings toward this part of the game, and whatnot, and move forward, because the true ending is really good. So, see you on the next one. If you like what you see as far as this video goes, like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. If you like what you see as far as the game goes, I still recommend picking up Luminous Avenger X2. Despite all the gripes I just gave, this is still an amazing game, and you should still play it. Especially now, because there is a mode that can make it easy enough for everyone to enjoy. So thank you, Inti Creates, for understanding the fans' outcry as to why this wasn't a good idea. So Inti Creates, honestly, well, I can't say I agree with what they did, how they did this. I do appreciate that they listened to the fans on this. So thank you so much. And that kind of shows just they're willing to admit when they've made a mistake, and I think that's really good. So yeah, give Inti Creates your support, of course. Most importantly, though, despite me being a bit of a badger, because I'm bad and I'm badgering a subject, you know. I hope you all have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you all on the next one. Until then, ciao.